Hello everyone, welcome back to our subject Computer Organization and Architecture. Today we are going to see an very important topic, design of fast adders. So before that, I think everybody have a knowledge on full adder circuit. So in the previous topic we have seen addition and subtraction of signed numbers. Signed number in the sense both positive and negative numbers. So to implement signed number addition and subtraction, we have seen 4-bit full adder followed by to carry 16-bit full adder means we need 4-bit full adders. Likewise in general k-n-bit full adders we have seen. So with that continuation we are going to see the design of fast adders. Okay. So a quick recap. So in the previous topic we have seen this is the full adder circuit. So here this is for a single bit. Okay, so here we are taking the example for a single bit. It takes 3 input x0, y0 and c0, the carry, initial carry, and here the full adder will give the output as sum and carry. Okay. So here consider the delay involved. Okay, so this is the circuit for handling the sum, and this is the circuit for handling the carry. So we have seen the equation for this sum as xi XOR of yi XOR of ci. Okay, so XOR of all the 3 inputs will give the sum, and this is nothing but AND gate. Okay, passing the AND gate xi yi ci xi ci xi yi, and these outputs is given as an input to the OR gate. Okay, this is the logic implemented for carry. Okay, so to produce the carry, so it needs 2 gate delay. So 1 gate delay for doing the AND operation and the OR operation. So it takes 2 gate delays, and for producing the sum it take 1 gate delay. Okay, so here in this topic we are going to concentrate on how to improve the gate delays. It means reduce the gate delay so that performance gets improved. Is it not? So that's the topic we are going to see, how to implement the how to redesign the full adder so that we could achieve the high performance by reducing the delay in gates. Okay, so this is the logic we have seen in the previous topic, and the same thing. Okay, so here we are concentrating on designing the fast adders by means of changing some equation format. Okay, so we have different approaches to achieve fast operation. So in that one thing we are going to see it. So before going in deep, so we need to know the drawback of 4-bit full adders. Is it not? So we have seen the last topic about the operation carried out by the 4-bit full adder. That's it. We haven't concentrate about the processing time, how long it involves to get an output. Okay, so we'll see how the processing time of 4-bit full adder. Okay, or we could say as an ripple carry adder. So ripple carry in the sense each and every full adder will produce a carry that gets propagates or ripples to the next full adder. Is it not? It means what? Only after this operation is over, the ith bit is over, then I plus 1 bit will take place. Is it not? Let's see in detail how the delay is affecting the performance in 4-bit full adder. See here in S0 available after 1 gate delay. So what does it mean? So 1 gate delay in the sense to produce the output S0 it need to pass through 1 XOR gate. So that's the 1 gate delay, and C1 the next carry. Okay, from this first full adder it is available after 2 gate delays. Why 2 gate delays? Because carry takes 2 gate operations. First is the AND and second is the OR. So totally 2 gate delays. is it not? And after getting that carry 1 after 2 gate delays, then the next bit of full adder gets operated, is it not? So S1 will be available after 3 gate delays. Why after 3 gate delays? Because so C1 takes 2 delay, and to produce S1, so it needs to pass through XR, one more XR gate, so totally 3 gate delay. And for C2, C2 has to wait to get a C1 result. C1 result will be received only after 2 gate delays, and C2 of course that will also has to pass through 2 gate delays, is it not? So then 2 plus 2 is 4. Likewise it keeps on going. So S2 will be available after 5 gate delay. Why 5 gate delay? Because here S1 will be available at 3 gate delays, then for S2, so again it will take 2 more delays of because of this carry 2, is it not? So C3 will be available at 6 gate delays, C4 is available at 8 gate delays in general. So some will be some n minus 1 bit is available at 2n minus 1 gate delay, and the last carry is available at 2n gate delays. So these gate delays are the timing, okay, the time required to process the complete 4-bit operation. Okay, so this is quite a long time. The processing time is very large because it is in serial manner. Okay, so in general the drawback of ripple carry is the output will be available only after 2n gate delays. So how to improve it? So that's the topic we are going to see it today, a very important topic. So please concentrate on that, because some mathematical calculations are involved. So please pay a little more close attention of today's topic. Okay, so the drawback of ripple carry adder is delay in gates. Okay, so the result will be we will be getting the result only after 2n gate delays. Okay, then how to overcome that delays? Okay, so that's the concept of fast adders. Okay, so one thing is by changing the electronic technology, so that the ripple carry adder will perform fast, or else by using some augmented logic gate network structure we could redesign the equation, so that the full adder will produce faster output. Okay, so the second approach we are going to see it today. Okay, so changing the technology, electronic technology, so in that way also we could achieve it. And the other way is using the augmented logic gate network structure. So we are going to concentrate today the second approach. Okay, so so I think you are familiar with this two equations. So sum is sum at any stage I is nothing but XOR of xi, yi and ci, and carry, so carry for the next stage is nothing but xi yi plus c xi ci plus yici. Okay, so this is the logic implemented in the previous k n bit ripple carry full adder, or simply you could say as 4-bit full adders. Okay, so here how to achieve faster output, or else how to delay the gate operation is, so just concentrate here. So in the in the previous full adder, now what's happening? So each and every bit of each and every stage will depend on the previous carry. Okay, so the carry will propagate each and every stage, then only at last stage we will be getting the complete output. So here the concept behind this is we need to look ahead the carry. Okay, so only due to depending on carry of the previous stage the delay is more. Okay, so here the concept is we need to look ahead the carry, what the carry will be produced, instead of depending on the previous stage. That is the main logic we are implementing to achieve the fast adder. Okay, each and every full ladder, each and every stage of full ladder won't depend on the previous full ladder carry in. Okay, instead it will use the each and every full ladder has its own combinational circuit. It will generate the carry. Okay, so what the carry of the previous stage is. Okay, so by re-implementing this carry signals, okay, this equation you please concentrate more closely. This is the above equation is rewritten like this. Okay, xi yi plus you could take the ci common outside and you could place it here, xi plus yi. Okay, so here what we are replacing this equation as xi yi as gi and xi plus yi as pi. So where gi is nothing but the generate function and pi is nothing but the propagate function. So what it does is it will get the xi the generate function will produce xi yi value and propagate function will produce xi plus or operation of xi and yi, so without depending on ci, okay, carry, okay, without involving the carry it will produce the result. Okay, so our main logic here is each and every full ladder will look ahead its carry, okay, rather than depending on the previous full ladder carry in. Okay, by redesigning this carry equation. Okay, so here generate and propagate function will independently will be computed and it is not depending on ci. So what's here, so that they can be computed in one gate delay. Okay, so to produce xi yi, so we need one AND gate, and to produce this xi plus yi we need one OR gate. Okay, and see here, so this is the equation we have seen ci plus 1. So this is nothing but the carry for the next full ladder depends on the xi yi plus yi ci. So that is rewritten like this. Okay, and here we are generating this ci. So in this ci plus 1 stage. Okay, so ci is nothing but gi minus 1 plus pi minus 1 ci minus 1, is it not? So ci plus 1 is this equation, ci is nothing but the previous carry, is it not? So this equation we are replacing in this ci. So if we replace ci here, what's happening? Ci plus 1 is equal to gi plus pi, and this equation we are keep placing it here. So that's nothing but gi plus pi pi gi minus 1 plus pi minus 1 ci minus 1. Okay, and again we are computing it for ci minus 1. Ci minus 1 is nothing but gi minus 2 plus p of I minus 2 c of I minus 2. So likewise if we keep on going it, finally we will be reaching at c naught. Okay, so in between we won't depend on the carry of first bit, second bit, likewise. Okay, so we so this is the final equation. So each and every full ladder will compute without depending on the previous full ladder's carry. Okay, so just we need to compute the initial stage of carry c naught. So with this c naught we will be generating the each and every full ladder will look ahead its carry signal rather than depending on the previous full ladder carry. Okay, so in this way, though the equation looks complex, though the equation looks complex, the implementation by the hardware is quite easier. For the human, we seems to be a little intimidate. These equations seems to be little intimidating, but the machine will do it in fraction of moments. Okay, so we will see with one clear example based on this equation that will make you more clear. Okay, so and here the timing gate delay is given here. So all carries can be generated at 3 gate delays after giving the input xi, yi and c naught. C naught is the initial carry which is always 0. Okay, there is no carry at the very first bit addition, and xi and yi is nothing but the entire input when it is applied. So the total carry the time taken to get the carry for this full adder is only 3 gate delay. So 1 gate delay for calculating pi and gi. So pi is nothing but xi plus yi. GI is AND operation of xi and yi. So each will do independently. So each will take 1 gate delay and doing the and or operation here. So here this is nothing but GI one AND operation. Here this here PI and GI. So here we need one AND operation. So these are AND operation, and here the plus indicates the OR operation. So and for carrying out AND and OR operation there is a 2 gate delay. So 2 gate delay for AND and OR operation, and 1 gate delay for generating PI and GI alone. Okay, so totally 3 gate delays will be there in carry look ahead adder. Okay, so it won't depend on the previous full adder carry. Okay, so the execution will be taking place in parallel. Okay, and finally the sum will be obtained with the 1 gate delay. So in total, so whatever the size of the full adder. Okay, so if it is of n bit addition, it for example if we take n bit as 4, so for 4 bit addition it requires only 4 gate delays. So generally this carry look ahead adder doesn't depend on n, so it is independent of n. So whatever the n bit is, the result will be always at the end of 4 gate delays. So that's the logic implemented here. We will take a closer look on this example that makes you very clear. Okay, so this is the single bit stage operation of carry look ahead adder. So carry look ahead means, so each and every full adder will implement a combinational circuit to get the carry instead of depending on the previous full adders carry in. Okay, it will each and every full adder will do some calculation to look ahead the carry. Okay, so here GI is nothing but xi yi. So that's what it is given in the AND gate, and pi is nothing but xi yi. But here look here, it is given an XOR gate. Okay, I'll tell you the reason behind that. So before that we will jump into the sum calculation. Sum calculation is nothing but XOR of xi yi and Ci. Okay, so that is the sum, and here we'll get back to this Pi. So Pi is nothing but look at here, Pi is actually OR operation xi plus yi, is it not? But here it is implemented in xi yi or XOR operations, xi XOR of yi. So what does it mean? So before that I'll take you to the truth table of OR gate and XOR gate, then we will come back here. Okay, due to space availability of this slide, I'm giving the truth table in the next slide. Just concentrate here, we will come back to this example later. Truth table of OR is when both the input is in 0 0 and the output is 0, otherwise it is of 1. So see here XOR is nothing but it will produce an output only when the odd input turns out. It means when we have when we have number of ones in the input as odd, it turns out to be 1. See here 1 1, it is an even number, so even number of ones. So here we will be getting as 0 for XOR. So the only difference between XOR and OR is the last value. Okay, so here in OR gate, so when A and B is 1, its output is 1, whereas here in XOR when A and B is 1, its output is 0. So this will definitely affect here, is it not? So when instead of doing the OR operation, here we are doing the XOR operation. So the what for we are using PI and GI to get the carry, is it not? So carry of next bit is equal to gi plus pi ci, is it not? So if ci is set to 1 and if we pass the XOR operation here, so what will happen? So actually it should be xi yi. So when xi is 1 and yi is 1 and carry of the previous stage is also 1, pi will be set to 1, is it not, in this equation? But here when we implement the same here, xi is 1, yi is 1, and when we pass it to the XOR, the output will be 0, because even will trigger the XOR as 0. Odd values of 1 will trigger the XOR value as 1. So here actually the result will produce 0. So and definitely this won't affect the carry, because gi will be set to 1. Okay, so carry ci plus 1 is equal to gi plus PICI, is it not? So either GI is 1 or PICI is 1, definitely the carry for the next stage will be 1, is it not? Even at this stage, if it produce 0, then GI is nothing but XI YI. So when XI and YI are 1, so this will be set to 1, and definitely irrespective of this value, carry will be set to 1. So that's what we are using the XOR gate itself, because instead of going for one more gate delay by implementing the OR gate, we could achieve both PI and SI using the XOR gate. Okay, so that's the logic behind we are implementing PI in XOR gate rather than OR gate. Okay, and here have a closer look about carry look ahead adder. Carry look ahead adder means, so each and every adder will calculate or compute the carry of the previous stage parallelly, instead of depending on the previous carry in. Okay, so that's the logic behind carry look ahead adder. So okay, so here we are taking the 4-bit carry look ahead adder. Okay, so each and every B cell here it is indicated now. So this is nothing but one complete full adder. So here carry in, and it takes two input x naught y naught, and it produces the output s naught, and it will also produce generate function and propagate function. The result will be given to this logic, carry look ahead logic. Okay, so this logic will compute parallelly all the carries for each and every stages of full adder. Okay, so all the inputs are given in parallel. Okay, I'll walk you through a simple example. Please pay more attention, this is quite interesting, and if you miss out anything in the middle, then it will be quite confusing for you. So please, I'm reminding you, please pay more attention in this example, that makes you very clear of it. Okay, take an example, x and y, 4-bit binary numbers. X is 1101, y is 1011. So this value is nothing but x naught, x1, x2, x3, and this is y naught, y1, y2, y3, and we are going to perform addition operation, is it not? So here this is x naught, y naught, giving as an input to this first bit carry look ahead adder, and 0 1. So x1, y1, 0 1, x2, y2 is 1 0, x3, y3 is 1 1. So we are giving all the inputs in parallel, and initially c naught will be 0. Okay, and using the computation we have seen in the previous slide for carry for producing the carry, we will see how carries are produced without depending on the previous full adder. Okay, S naught. So S naught is nothing but XOR of x naught, y naught, and c naught. In this example, x naught, y naught is 1 1. Okay, is it so? Yes, 1 1. 1 1 0. So here it is of even number of ones, so XOR will produce 0. Okay, and carry is 0. And carry for C1, we need to compute C1. So in general, Ci plus 1 is nothing but Gi plus pi ci, is it not? So to get c1 here we need to make I as 0, is it not? G0 plus P0 C0. So C0 we know it as 0, the initial carry, and we need to compute G0 and P0. So G0 is nothing but in general Gi is Xi Yi. So G0 is X0 Y0. So X0 Y0 is 1 1. So it is an AND operation. So it will produce 1. And P0 is nothing but XOR of X0 and Y0. So even number of ones it will produce 0. So when we compute here 1 plus 0 is nothing but 1. Okay, this is plus is nothing but OR operation. So Ci is equal to carry. Okay, so carry 1 is equal to 1. Okay, and coming back to producing the result for S1 and C2. Okay, so the next next bit of full ladder. So S1 is nothing but X1 XOR of X1 Y1 and C1. So X1 and Y1 is what? 0 1. 0 1 and C1 just we have computed through this logic, and C1 is 1. So since in XOR we have even number of ones, the result will be 0. The sum bit for S1 is 0 and C2 is nothing but so here in this general equation to get C2 we have to replace I as 1. So that's nothing but G1 plus P1 C1. Okay, so C1 is nothing but we need to just now we have calculated, we could replace here C1 as 1, or else we could go here like this. Okay, C1 is nothing but G0 plus P0 C0. Okay, so this is equal to C2 is equal to G1 plus P1 G0 plus P1 P0 C0. Okay, and applying the values Gi is Xi Yi, Pi is Xi XOR of Yi, and C2 is equal to, if we apply the values here, we will get C2 as 1. Okay, so Gi we got the result as 0 plus Pi is what? We have 1, and G0, so G0 is nothing but here we got the value. Okay, 1 plus Pi P1, so P1 is 1, P0 is what? P0 is 0 and C0 is 0. So see here, since this complete second bit addition we are performing. This is the zeroth bit addition, this is the first bit addition. So here this equation carry 2 doesn't depend on the C1 carry. Okay, so that's the main logic, because it is not depending on the previous full adder carry. So instead it depends on C0 alone, so that in this way the computation will done in parallel. Okay, though the computation of XOR or and operation seems to be little complex for us, the machine will do in fraction of moments. Okay, so here in this C2 doesn't depend on C1. So that's the logic behind this today's topic. Okay, so only with the help of C0 we are computing the C2. So C2 is what? 1. Okay, and moving on to next bit to calculation, third bit. Okay, that's nothing but S2. As usual, S2 value here is 0, and C3 is nothing but G2 plus P2 C2. So C2 is nothing but we have calculated previously as this equation. Okay, so finally we have C3 is equal to G2 plus P2 G1 plus P2 P1 G0 plus P2 P1 P0 C0. Okay, so C3 doesn't depend on the carry C2 C1. Okay, so it doesn't depend on the previous stage of full ladder. It computes by its own combinational logic circuit using the values of these things G2 P2 P0 etc. Okay, so when we compute all those values we get C3 is equal to 1. Okay, similarly for the last bit S3 we are receiving odd number of ones in XOR will get the value output as 1, and C4 is nothing but G3 plus P3 C3. So C3 is just now we have computed as this equation, complete equation. So finally C4 is nothing but these kind of calculations by depending on only C0. Okay, So it doesn't depend on C4, doesn't depend on the carry of C3 or carry of C2 or carry of C1. Okay, so that is the concept behind carry look ahead adder. So each and every bit of full adder will do this type of calculation. Okay, and it will predict the carry instead of depending on the previous carry, so that the gate delay will be enormously reduced, and we will get the faster output. Okay, in short duration we will get the calculation. So that's the logic behind here, and we apply, and when we compute all the values we will get C4 as 1. Okay, so what's the result here? Sum is what? 1, S3 is 1, S2 is 0, and S1 is 0, and S0 is 0, and last carry C4 is nothing but 1. Okay, so along with this last carry bit we will be getting the output, and move back here and do the simple manual calculation. So 1 plus 1 is 1 0, so sum is 0, carry 1. 1 plus 0 plus 1 is 1 0, so sum is 0, carry 1. 1 plus 1 plus 0 is 1 0, so sum is 0, carry 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 in binary operation is 1 1. Okay, so this is the C4, and this is the sum. Okay, so S4, I think this is S3, S2, S1 and S0. Okay, so when we do the manual calculation, the same thing we are getting it, what we get from this carry look ahead adder. So please pay close attention to this calculation, because these calculations are missing in your textbook. So in your textbook only these carry equations are given, C1, C2, C3 and C4. Okay, so how we got these equations, these things are not mentioned, so please pay close attention of this topic. So to how to achieve best performance of fast adders by looking the carry ahead. Okay, so only the calculation seems to be quite tedious for us, but the machine will do in fraction of moment, so that we could achieve the fast calculation. Okay, so far we have seen the carry look ahead adder for 4 bit. Okay, so when our input size is of 4 bit. Okay, so performing n bit addition in 4 gate delays. Okay, 4 gate delays. So previously we have seen the gate delay in carry look ahead adder, is it not? Now it's irrespective of the n bit, the gate delay is only 4, and the thing disadvantage here is, see here, in the last carry, so see here, these many inputs are dependent in this one AND gate. This is implemented by AND gate whose input is 1 2 3 4 5 input is there. So think of it, when we have a 16 bit input, so then that AND gate will have a 17 inputs, so the input will be saying as a fan in. Okay, so theoretically it is difficult to implement that much huge size of fan in when our input size is of more than 4 bit. Then there comes the another concept. Okay, so here last AND gate and OR gate requires a fan in of n plus 1. Okay, so that's the thing I have shown here. So 5 input it is required. Okay, so practically there is a limitation for gate to accept the fan in is nothing but the number of inputs given. Okay, so how to achieve that 16 bit addition? So as like we have seen 4 bit ripple carry adder, then kn bit ripple carry adder. So likewise we are going to cascade this 4 bit carry look ahead adder, so to achieve the 16 bit or 32 bit in size of additions. Okay, so cascading of carry look ahead adder is said to be blocked carry look ahead adder. I think now you got the concept of carry look ahead adder. Okay, so far we have seen carry look ahead adder for 4 bit, so that will perform addition of only 4 bit in size. If we want to perform addition of 8 bit or 16 bit or 32 bit, means we need to cascade that 4 bit carry look ahead adder. Okay, okay. So here that's the higher level generate and propagate function. So higher level in the sense when our operand size is of 16 bit or 32 bit. So in the last 4 bit carry look ahead adder, this is the equation for the C4. Okay, so this is for one 4 bit full adder, and think of it, we need to perform a 16 bit. Instead of 4 bit, then we could rewrite this equation as like this. Okay, so this p naught subscript of I. Okay, so I denotes the blocked carry look ahead. Okay, so blocked carry. Okay, not the carry look ahead, it's a blocked cascading of carry look ahead adders. Okay, so here we are rewriting this equation as p naught I is equal to p3 p2 pi and p naught. Okay, similarly g naught I, so I indicates the blocked carry look ahead adder is equal to this one. Okay, then C16 will be equal to, so G3 of I plus P3 of I, G2 of I plus P3 of I, P2 of I, G1 of I plus P3 of I, P2 of I, P1 of sorry, here it should be here P1 of I, yes of course, G naught of I plus everything, it should be of here I think you know, the uppercase I mean subscript should be all I's. Okay, and C naught. Okay, so here Pi of here it's given as some I misspelled over here, so P naught of I. So P naught of I itself nothing but we need to recalculate it again because we are doing it for 16 bit additions. Okay, so P naught of I, so this single input, this single P naught of I will do one gate delay for doing this operation, and this single G naught of I will do 2 gate delay because AND OR operations are involved. Okay, so these are all AND operations will do it in one gate delay, and OR operation, so this will take one more gate delay, totally 2 gate delays, and for this one more gate delay. And to perform this itself we need a it also depends on for to calculate this equation that involves the gate delay, is it not? So in total okay, so before that I'll go a quick recap of this one C3. So C3 for C3 is nothing but the carry for the 4 bit carry look ahead adder equation. Similarly, so this could be replaced in 16 bit carry look ahead adder as C12. C12 is equal to G2 of I plus P2 of I, GI of I plus P2 of I, P1 of I, G naught of I plus P2 of I, P1 of I, P naught of I, C naught. Okay, so that will be the carry for C12, and then we have the carry for C8 and C4, likewise it goes on. Just remember this equation alone. Okay, so each and every see here I am repeating it again, this should be replaced as I. Okay, and each P3 of I itself will have a combination of gate to perform this to get this value. Okay, and this is the complete blocked carry look ahead adder. So far we have seen only this bit alone, so 4 bit adder, and we are cascading it into 4 times, so totally 16 bit. Okay, so each 4 bit adder will do only 4 bit of operations, and here then the next 4 bit from y3 sorry y4 y5 y6 and y7, and here y8 y9 y10 y11 4 bit, and finally y12 y13 y14 y15, so totally 16 bits. Okay, uh, here coming back to the delay in this blocked carry look ahead adder, GI and PI itself, to calculate GI and PI it will take each of one gate delay, and PI, So blocked gate delay, that again depends on two more. Okay, so this one gate delay, and see here, for this also one gate delay required, so totally two gate delays. And likewise GI will take GI will take one gate delay, G lowercase I. So here blocked GI will take three gate delays, because it depends on GI one gate delay, and here this and GI itself, it will take two more gate delays of doing this calculations and or operations. So totally 3 gate delays, and overall 2 plus 3 is 5 gate delays. At any cost the carry will be generated at 5 gate delays, okay, for the carry look ahead adder of 16 bit. Okay, so that's it about today's topic. It's quite interesting, and of course you need to put little effort on this topic, because it involves some calculations. Okay, so I will do a quick uh, recap or summary of this today's topic. So design of fast adders. So why we are moving for design of fast adders? Before topic we have seen about 4-bit triple carry adder. So the carry each and every bit, each and every stage of full adder will depend on the previous full adder's carry. Okay, so due to that the delay is more. Okay, so the output will be like a serialized manner. Okay, so more gate delays are involved. So how to overcome this difficulty is, here comes the concept of carry look ahead adder. So instead of depending on previous full adders carry in, each and every full adder has a combinational circuit that will do some logical calculation to look ahead the carry in advance, rather than depending on the previous previous bit full adder carry in. So that is the main logic behind this carry look ahead adder. And blocked carry look ahead adder is nothing but to cascading of carry look ahead adders, so that we could do addition of 16-bit numbers, 8-bit numbers. The input size is of 16-bit, 18 or 32 bits. Okay, so that's the logic behind this cascading of carry look ahead adder, that is said to be blocked carry look ahead adder. So all in so totally, so in blocked carry look ahead adder, so we'll have the output whatever output in 5 gate delays. Okay, not more than that. Okay, so with this topic is over, and I have given few questions to take up the quiz in Great Learning. Okay, so spend time in taking this assessment, and I will meet you in the next session. Till then, thank you all.